Recording in progress.
Okay, getting a thumbs up from Karen. So we'll call the regular meeting, the Nevada City Council to order Monday, March 13th, 2023 at 6:01 PM. Can we get a roll call, please?
Brian Hansen.
Here.
Barb Mittman. Here. Dane Nielsen.
Here.
Jason Sampson.
Here.
Steve Skaggs. And Sandy Eric. Here.
First item was approval of the agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Brian, Barb, discussion. Seeing none, council please vote. That is approved. Takes us to the consent agenda. Any item may be removed for separate consideration.
Move to approve.
Second. Andy, Dane, any discussion? None, council please vote. Approved. Takes us to the public forum. Time set aside for comments from the public on topics of city business other than those listed on the agenda. No action may be taken. Is there anyone here to speak in the public forum? Seeing none, we will close the public forum. Move to old business A, approve change order number 3 for wastewater treatment facility improvements phase 2 from Williams Brothers Construction Incorporated, the amount of $1,109.
Move to approve.
Second.
Jason and Barb. No discussion, council please vote. Approved. Takes us to B, approved pay request number 21 for wastewater treatment facility improvements phase 2 from Williams Brothers Construction Incorporated, the amount of $493,589.69.
Move to approve.
Second.
Brian, Sandy. No discussion, council please vote. Approved. Takes us to C, approved pay request number 12 for wastewater treatment facility improvements phase 3 from Boomerang Corporation in the amount of $130,720.
Move to approve. Second.
Jason, Brian. No discussion, council please vote. Approved. Takes us to D, approved pay request number 6 for wastewater treatment facility improvements phase 4 from On Track Construction LLC, the amount of $431,965.56.
Move to approve.
Second.
Barb and Jason. No discussion, council please vote. That's approved. Takes us to E, approved pay request number 8 for the field house from HPC LLC in the amount of $447,395.85.
Move to approve.
Second.
Andy, Brian. Seeing no discussion, council please vote. Approved. Takes us to new business. New business A is discussion appropriate follow-up on request for high usage utility account for 1043 C Avenue.
We've never done it before. I said discussion first.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I get it. We've never done it before. We've always usually done sewer, just sewer, as far as I know, and I might be wrong. We've never reduced anything on water, on the water usage end of it, have we? I don't think so.
Only if it doesn't go
I
down
don't
the
think
sewer.
so. Yeah. I know we've done the sewer end of it lots of times because of hoses, water lines that break in the
Outside.
yard, outside stuff.
Outside, swimming pools.
Yeah.
No, we've never,
Not inside.
Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like in 2017, the council, if they were approached and approved. No credit was given for the event in 2017. I trust she was notified.
Yeah, we caught it this time. Don center the notice.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was, yeah.
The time before, Dawn did send her a notice that if she
Oh, okay.
hadn't been, I think it had been creeping up a little bit, so it hadn't been that much bigger than.
Okay.
Not like some of the other big.
Any other discussion or motion?
Nothing at this time.
Motion by Barb, second by Jason, not to approve the request, to do nothing. Any discussion? Being none, council, please vote. Okay. That carries, takes us to B, ordinance number 1042, 2022, 2023. An ordinance amending chapter 106 of the city code of ordinances of the city of Nevada, Iowa, 2022 regarding the collection of solid waste. First reading.
Move to approve. Second.
Jason, Brian, any discussion? None, council, please vote. Approved. Takes us to C, ordinance number 1043, 2022, 2023. An ordinance amending the city code of ordinance of the city of Nevada, Iowa, 2022 to adopt chapter 29, establishing a public arts advisory commission. First reading.
Move to approve. Second.
And Barb. Discussion.
Great idea.
No other discussion, council, please vote. That is approved. Takes us to D, approved bid for well number 5 rehab for the water department.
Move to approve.
Sorry.
Second.
Jason. Session. Seeing none, council, please vote. That is approved. Takes us to resolution number 81, 2022, 2023, a resolution approving the purchase of land and authorizing the clerk to issue payment therefore.
Move to approve. Second.
Dane and Jason, discussion on that.
I read through it. I was gonna call you too. It's. How many acres total was it? I was gonna do the math, but
I want to
see.
say it's shot 37, I want to say. Let me double.
It's just over 38.
38, so it was this. The small partial.
Yeah, it's going to be on the north side of our,
Okay,
our current parcels.
Brian, it shows up in the second
one. Of the purchase agreement.
God, did I? Oh, good enough. Oh, yeah. I read right over it. Found it. Thanks.
You bet.
For
Yeah.
folks watching, this is for land adjacent to our current well field, so it gives us room for future well expansion if we need it. Discussion? None, council, please vote. We're voting on the land, purchase of land, Barb.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I had a new volunteer. Things didn't go the way they should.
That is approved. Takes us to approve neighborhood improvement incentive program in the amount of $1,000, Easton 707 T Avenue.
Move to approve.
Second.
Jason, Sandy, discussion? None, council, please vote. Approved. Takes us to reports, starting with city administrator.
All right, so had a couple of different legislative and regulatory reviews this last week. Main Street, Iowa was here to visit our Main Street and the rest of the community last week. Also had economic vitality for Main Street. We had our full board meeting for Pizza Palooza as well as logistics. Pre-construction meeting for Highway 30 projects, which is exciting to get underway. And then also our volunteer initiative meeting that we're continuing to go down that path. Other than that, I would be happy to answer any questions that were on my report or anything that wasn't on my report.
Any timelines on the construction for 30?
I believe the timeline is 3 years.
Nothing like.
Tentative, no.
I recall they do the dirt work and then let it sit and settle for a year and then come back, start working on it some more.
Supposed to be starting April 1.
Won't affect any traffic flow or anything permanently.
From my initial meeting with them, they did not seem like it was going to affect any traffic, no. I can double check with you and get back with you on that.
Double check with me, I still won't know, but
I'll double check and get back to you on that.
They built a crossover lane last fall, just before you get to
Oh.
S27. Like, at some point, it's gonna be used for something
Okay,
pretty permanent. I mean, I think it was blacktop over, wasn't it? Yeah, like it's gonna be a while, that 3 years.
yeah, it'll go fast though.
Else? Okay, so moving on for my report, I did want to echo the Main Street visit. It was a good visit and I think the organization's doing a really nice job and Emily's doing a nice job with that leadership transition. Couple other things, Pizza Palooza, Pie Day tomorrow. Folks need to get their tickets. They can go to the Main Street office. And if they buy them there, then they get to sample a piece of pie from Alderman's Restaurant. So first come, first serve. So hopefully we'll get some tickets sold tomorrow. And then otherwise, last week, we were invited to provide testimony for a meeting with members of the Senate Transportation Committee, talk about railroad blocked crossings. So I asked Mr. Pitlick from AEDC and NEDC, along with the sheriff's office, to go down. So Captain Lenny was there and he did a really nice job talking about, just giving them specific examples, like we had this fatal accident on the highway and this crossing was blocked and here's how we were trying to deal with it. And I think that helped. And the Union Pacific happened to be directly across the table from us. So they heard our concerns and want to follow up. So hopefully we can get some continued traction on that issue and hopefully have fewer crossings blocked for extended periods of time. Other than that, do you have any questions for me? Okay, council reports.
I would just mention, because of our success with hosting Empower Rural Iowa in December, we have been chosen as the statewide leadership exchange event center. And part of that's because the tours at the gatherings and the copper spaces, that we can use those facilities. So we're booked for October 26 and 27. And that will be folks from all over the state that host their own leadership development programs, a chance to exchange best practices. So a day and a half, and then a boot camp for people that want to get started with leadership development. So we've participated in the past with folks from here joining in those workshops, but now we're the hosts.
Very cool.
I just had a meeting today with Jordan and Joe and Dr. Gray about some stop signs and crosswalks and whatnot. So hopefully more information about that will be coming out soon, once we get it finalized.
Go back to staff reports.
Good evening. Like Jason said, we had that meeting today. We'll be meeting with the school again to get everything finalized. The other thing that we talked about was putting a crosswalk at the trailhead on 11th Street going to the old, was it Mosaic, right there by the bus barn anyway, with signage up there for pedestrians.
That'd be good.
I've been doing, getting bids to clear out for the fence at the new wastewater plant. I got 3 of those back already. Jordan and I need to sit down and just kind of discuss that. If you didn't know, we had about 10,000 ton of crushed concrete down to our current site that we need to get rid of. So I got 3 bids for that. So we're gonna kind of work through that. We took 300 ton of salt delivery. Hopefully we don't need it anymore, but and I've also been working with the school about doing the paint a plow again. We'll have the plows painted, but I also want to name the plow truck. So we've been talking to Chris with that, and we'll get that. So hopefully we'll have 6 names that we can kind of come up with. So any questions?
Cool.
So kudos to whoever was driving a truck yesterday morning. It's across from the library, because we were scurrying around trying to get the steps and the handicap stuff available for worship yesterday morning at about 7-ish before it got cold. And whoever was in the plow truck came by and like scooped stuff away into that. They were just right there at the time Bob got to the corner. So they were really watching.
That's
I mean,
what we
there wasn't
did.
much else to watch yesterday morning.
The snowstorm was a mess, trust me.
Yeah, it
Wet, heavy.
was really well, and as soon as it froze, it like an hour later, it just froze in place. It was it was a mess.
We had
But
we had a
it
tough
got
time.
cleared out, and you saved Bob a lot of. Thank you.
Anything else?
Congrats to your fire department. Awesome.
I assume you're gonna put out something about that when it comes. What's the timing on that? Awesome. Sounds good. We'll make a big deal about it. Liz?
Our application process closed Friday. So got about a handful. We'll test 25th. Knowing how many we can interview. And if you notice, one of the Tahoes, we got lettered. We got the vinyl for the second one, but we're waiting on the third one to kind of see what happens with those 2 chiefs. Kind of up in the air on what he wants to letter. Questions?
Once you guys go through this process, say you do hire somebody, will you start the process again to maybe get a list of 1 or 2 people that might be interested in the future?
I'd love to. That's not my decision.
I'd love to see that happen too.
Go ahead. Thank you. From NEDC, Brenda? Brenda? Tim? Tim? Ryan?
Had a meeting today with Bishop Engineering. They're the ones doing the long-term at Story County Hospital plus the additions, so that went really well. I'm looking forward to working with them and Graham Construction as well, so continuing to process permits, and we'll answer any questions if anybody has any. Perfect, thank you.
Karen?
We had some visitors last week. We had a 3rd grade classroom come in and run a council meeting. Excuse me. It was a lot of fun. It was a good learning experience for us and the class and the teacher as well. But But yeah, it was a great experience. I wish that more students would take advantage of it because it was just a great time. And Jordan was a huge help, so.
I heard about it.
For the mayor pro tem or something?
No, I was one of the citizens in the back hanging out. Yep.
Joe and Doug were here too, and it was. We did a lot of work on it and got it all organized and set it all up for them. And we tried to make it as real as possible.
Thanks for doing
You have a
that.
little agenda for him and everything?
Yep.
Awesome.
Did they vote to?
They had their nameplates up and
Yeah, I saw the nameplate.
they all had,
We might change the city of Nevada's name.
yeah, what was it, City of Cubs?
City of Cubs. Yeah. Yeah.
They all voted on it.
Yeah.
So. And then I'm still continuing to work on the back end of the website for council agendas and meetings, and we are making progress. It'll be interesting to test that out a little bit. So. Trying to move forward. That and
And or Mike or Aaron online, anything for the council?
Nothing for me. Just thank you for letting me participate remotely.
Hope you're someplace warm.
We are. I heard about some snowfall yesterday, but I'm looking at a beach.
It was a blast.
I'm sure I'll come home to it.
The snows I've ever
Oh.
cleared.
I have nothing from HR Green unless there's any questions related to the wastewater project.
That council, anything else before we adjourn?
Coach adjourn.
Second.
Jason, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, then we are adjourned.
Council members and mayor, if you have not had an opportunity, go take a seat.